they're spending about $800 a month on food.
Not something I would buy on a regular basis because that's expensive, but I wanted to try it, so I did.
Your grocery bill is really high.
My husband and my daughter like chocolate milk. I normally don't buy SpaghettiOs, but my daughter had asked for those fresh tortillas. Probably like $3 a package, but they're oh so good.
If you're spending $500 a month on groceries, I think you might be doing it more than once in a while.
I love to have these with like a snack with cheese or something like that. I really like Kraft brand.
You're buying a lot of name brand foods. That is significantly more expensive.
This oat milk was buy one, get one free. Chicken breast, it's also buy one, get one free.
And she bought it because it was buy one, get one free, but it wasn't a good deal.
On sale, buy one, get one free for like a special dinner.
Make sure your special meal isn't once a week. That's where your costs are adding up. Hello, today we're doing a grocery budget audit for Danielle. Yes, she has a great stockpile, but she thinks she's stockpiled too much. And they're spending about $800 a month on food for just her husband, and a 15-year-old daughter. Oh, that's super, super expensive. So we're gonna go through and see if we can help her cut back on her grocery bill and give her some tips on how to save and be more prepared for dinner.
Hi, I'm Danielle. So Tara asked me to share my biggest grocery problems. I would say there's two of them, probably overstocking possibly, and being more prepared on the front end for meals so that it's not such a big deal every evening, and so that we don't eat out, or that I'm not going to the grocery store because the meat's frozen or whatever. You've seen my stockpile, and or if you haven't yet, you will see it. And I feel like we're pretty in a good spot. We've been stockpiling for about 3 years. I started watching Tara's channel in 2020 and started stockpiling that year, maybe about 5 or 6 months later. Started with canned goods. That seemed like a good place to start. And I think Jill said something about that, just a little bit at a time. So we shop at a local grocery store called Reese's. It's one of more of my favorite places to shop besides Audit. It's also my other favorite place to shop. If it's not on sale, it's a more expensive store to shop at. So I really just shop their sales, and I've changed my way of grocery shopping from making a list of this is what we're eating this week and going and buying it to, as we've stocked up, like being able to stock up on stuff that is on sale, and then maybe I just buy a few things that are fresh that we need. Otherwise, I just only stock up what's on sale. I really would like to have a grocery budget of $300 a month. Right now we're probably spending closer to $5 every month. And that might include some things that are not specifically groceries, but for the most part probably is. So I look forward to any help she can give us, and hope that is able to help you guys too. Thanks, bye.
Okay, so like I said, she's spending $500 a month on groceries and $300 eating out. She says she buys on the sales. So I'm not quite sure where that expense is coming from for just 3 people a month. So we're gonna go through and look through some of her things. Now, first thing she says is they love their tea.
So we really like Red Diamond tea is probably our favorite. It's insanely expensive to buy it in the store, just in the gallon. I think it's like $4 for 1 gallon of tea, which is ridiculous since tea is mostly water and milk's not even that much. So we found that we buy these and make it ourselves, and so that's way easier.
Okay, so I think that's great that they buy the tea bags, and then you're gonna see here in the refrigerator, it's kind of funny, she refills her tea container.
I've bought it, and then we just save these, and these fit in the store really well. So when we make it, we just funnel it back into this.
Now, I'm perfectly okay with this. I actually buy foods for the containers a lot of times. Like my mayonnaise, I like the little stand-up squeeze kind. And so I will buy that specific container just to refill it. So I'm okay with that.
And then I have espresso, and then the pods. And the pods are more expensive. obviously, than like grinding up the beans yourself. So we go between beans and pods, just depending on if I'm willing to spend the money, if I have the money to spend on it.
Her coffees and all of that, she's using a Keurig, and I was like, oh girl. But she said she's only drinking about 3 to 4 cups of coffee a week using it. Well, yes, it would definitely be cheaper just getting ground coffee and using a refillable Keurig just like this one. But if she's only doing 3 or 4 a week, that's okay. That's really actually not that bad.
My daughter likes applesauce. I've compared at Aldi the getting it in the like jar versus getting it in these cups, and it is the same price whether I get it in the jar or the cup. The cup is more convenient, so we do that.
This is great that she has compared if the little packets are more expensive than the big jars. Actually, sometimes they are at the same price or cheaper. So I'm okay with her buying the convenience foods if it's the same price.
I have a slight Coke addiction. So really trying to quit drinking pop altogether. But I only buy that when it's on sale. It has to be $12 or less for at least 18 of these or 36 cans. So if it's more than that, I just don't buy it. But we're trying to quit that altogether.
Okay, so I went and looked up her prices. That's actually the stock up price now is $4 for a 12 pack here in the United States. I think that's perfectly fine. Now, I asked her, how much Coke are you drinking? And she said, oh, 1 a day, 5 times a week, not very much. You know what? That's not a Coke addiction. A Coke addiction is when you're drinking 1 every hour, 3 or 4 a day. That's a Coke addiction. Now, 1 a day, I'm perfectly fine with it. So I say keep your Coke. I know, can you believe I'm saying that?
So when I started stockpiling for emergencies, everything have here I've learned from Tara. So I started with canned goods. That was just the easiest way for me to start. I have a stockpile, a backup stash of coffee back here, that like beans and stuff like that. We use a lot of diced tomatoes, crushed tomatoes, tomato sauce, beans. We stockpiled some vegetables, which my husband's not a big vegetable person. And so I only stockpiled the exact vegetables I knew he would eat, which is pretty much potatoes and corn. Might not be the healthiest, but it's something to eat if there's an emergency.
So this is wonderful. She's only buying foods that they eat. Do not stockpile foods you're not going to eat. Now, if you get it for free, which, you know, I did. One time my aunt was going to the food bank and they would just give her a box and she couldn't pick what she wanted. So she gave me the leftovers. Well, there was some stuff that I wouldn't eat, but it was free and it was canned goods. So I did keep it because I had the space for an emergency situation. If the fecal matter hits the oscillation unit, at least we would have food and we wouldn't starve. So I'm okay with that, but she's doing great. Only buying foods to stockpile that they eat. Guys, I just wanted to take a break real quick and tell you that we are having our Black Friday sale right now. This sale only happens 2 times a year, Mother's Day and Black Friday. So once it's gone, you're gonna have to wait till Mother's Day. 40% off all of our books. Yes, 40% off. So if you need some Christmas gifts, guys, now is the time to buy it. We only put our books on sale for 40% twice a year, Mother's Day and Black Friday. This is it. Go grab your copy right now for our rock bottom prices. livingonadime.com. The link is in the description below to get 40% off right now.
We use the corn in things and sometimes for a side, but mainly for emergency purposes. The beans, we like to have those as a side, especially during summertime. I got those on sale. So pretty much all of these canned goods, if they're from Aldi, they don't really go on sale. I've paid full price. If they are from another store, they have been on sale. I don't usually get them unless they're on sale. Here we have fruit, canned fruit for emergency purposes that I can also use as well, that I know that we will eat. I really do not stock up on anything, even for emergency purpose, if it's not something we will not eat, or if it's something we will not eat. We got these on sale, and these are kind of good. I don't really have a lot of these, and I don't keep a lot of like canned soups because it's much cheaper just to make it. But if we're in a hurry, or like sometimes for my husband for lunch, it's better to do this for, I think I got this for like $1.50 than him eating out.
$1.50 on canned soup for him to take to work, then him go spend $15 is the average lunch that people are spending right now. That's crazy. That's average. That means some people are spending $20 to $30 on lunch. I cannot fathom that. So yes, that's a great idea. I'm okay with you stocking up on canned soups for $1.50 versus him eating out.
And I normally don't buy SpaghettiOs, but my daughter had asked for those, and they had some on sale for like $1 a can. And so I surprised her and got a few cans of those. I got this on sale just to kind of have, again, as needed, but it's not something we really use unless it's in a pinch or emergency. And I have garbanzo beans and chickpeas that I got on sale to make hummus. I have this, this does not go on sale very much, but my dad had a heart attack in the summer, and so when I cook for him, I really try to have the no added salt on hand for him. And the little tomato sauces that I get at Aldi, we use those for making red Mexican rice. And we just have some more beans, rotel, fire roasted diced tomatoes for soups and stews. And then I got these last year around Thanksgiving or Christmas when they were like $1 a piece or something like that, kind of just to have a stock, not necessarily to be able to flavor things or whatnot with that.
Okay, I do not understand why people are buying so much stock and gravy packets. I truly have never, ever bought these in my entire life, ever, 30 plus years of cooking. I've never bought them. For gravy, all you need to do is just add an extra 1 or 2 cups of water into your roast or your chicken if you want, and then the juices from your slow cooked meat will go down into that water, and you will have a very good gravy stock to make your dinner. I mean, I guess it's okay to just pop open a can, but really, I know I've had this stuff before, not at my house, but it does not taste good. So just make some homemade gravy. Here's how you make homemade gravy. Do as I say, not as I do. I was not paying attention and boiled over, but you get the gist of it. We're making homemade brown gravy from our Dining on a Dime cookbook, page 234, right there. Guys, I have never bought a gravy packet in my life, ever. Why? Because they're gross. Homemade brown gravy is super easy, and it is so much tastier. Now, I have a little extra water in my pan here. I'm going to pour my broth in just a minute, but I have more water here, which is dumb because I should have just put my flour in here and mixed it. Why did I do that? Because I want to show you my cute cup. That's why I did that. See? Right there. Isn't that cute? Okay, so I'm just going to pour my flour. Now, you can use cornstarch or arrowroot if you want. Now, the trick to get smooth gravy is to put your flour, cornstarch, or arrowroot in cold water and then mix it, and then you will have no lumps in your gravy. Isn't that magic, dear?
Yep.
Just magic.
I'm sure.
Okay, so before I get my gravy for my roast in there, I'm going to put my bouillon cubes in here. Just gives it a little extra flavor. You don't have to use this at all. I just add the bouillon as extra because I don't have quite enough broth, so it'll make a little more gravy. Okay, here is my, like a little funnel there. And, oh dear. Well. Oops. I guess
You need to hold that rope.
that didn't work quite as well as I had anticipated. Oh dear.
Intensifies.
Thanks. Does this bring back horrible Thanksgiving memories for you, son?
No, those were
Yes.
awesome Thanksgiving memories.
Okay, we're going to cover this up and keep it warm. Just ignore the smoke, flames, whatever you want to call it. This is why I have a glass top stove. And I will never be without one ever again. Okay.
Thanks to your husband who told you not to use the other one in here.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
I am appreciating it now. No! This garlic or this gravy was not meant to be today, was it? We had it and we lost it. Okay.
Got the
From
observers.
Memories of Thanksgiving here.
Got the fire department observers over here. As normal, they're observing.
Dave is just back there shaking his head. Okay. Oh. Yum. Okay, that is delicious. Got our gravy all ready. Guys, watch your gravy. Do as I say, not as I do. But normally, this is really a 5-minute process. Unless you're Tara and not paying attention.
I do get this at Sam's. My husband and my daughter like chocolate milk, and I know that Tara I know she has a recipe in her Living on a Dime cookbook. So we probably should try that. Because I make this last my daughter and my husband, I tell them it has to last them 2 or 3 months.
Excellent. You buy a certain amount. When it's gone, it's gone. I'm not buying it until the next month. If you've just snarfed it all down in the first week and I don't go buy groceries for 3 more weeks, I ain't going to the store just to buy Hershey syrup. So I think that's great. You're doing a good job. Yes, ours is probably cheaper. I don't know. Now, I don't know if I've done the math for sure to see if it's actually cheaper, but it might be cheaper. So you might do the math and try it and see. But I will guarantee you the taste is just as good. Mike is a Hershey syrup snob. And he will tell you that my syrup is just as good, if not better, than Hershey's.
Here, I save, when we go to restaurants, I save the different sauces that we really like. I marinated some venison jerky one year with all these leftovers. It was really good.
Great, I save all mine too. I put them in a bucket in the refrigerator, and then when we take lunches or whatever, I just throw 1 or 2 in for lunches, and that's how we use it. If I run out of ketchup or something, then I will just break open those packets and use the ketchup for that instead of running to the store and buy it. So yes, I save all my packets. I think that's a great idea to marinate your meat with it. Good job. You're doing good.
Here we have some canned meats, tuna and chicken. I bought this also just to kind of have as an emergency stock, also to be used, but it's much cheaper to just cook meat than have it canned. So I only really use it if I'm kind of a hurry, and then I have it available. But it's more expensive to replace, so I kind of use that sparingly. And then some cream of mushroom, cream of chicken, just things that you can use in soups and different things to make a meal stretch further. And then some beef and chicken stock. I get these at Aldi. I think they're about $1.70 a piece. After doing these videos, I think I'm gonna get Tara's price checker keeper so that I know my Aldi price is a little bit better. These are number 10 cans. These are purely for emergency purposes. I get them on Amazon when they have them on sale, 40 to 50% off. So we have butter. At the time when I got these butter, it was cheaper to get these cans of butter than buy butter in the store. Honey, we have a peanut butter one back there, and a milk one, and an egg one. I only have one egg one just because again, it's really for emergency purposes. If there's a supply chain issue or something else, that we have some things that we can use for cooking.
Okay, so I'm okay with you having a few of canned goods that are the number 10 cans that are for like 25 years. That's not my entire stockpile, but I do have a few of those also. Now, I went and looked because I was like, oh, honey, that's super expensive. But when I looked, guess what? The honey is actually cheaper freeze-dried than buying it at regular price. You save like $5 for the same amount. I was shocked. So guess what I'm going to buy is my honey freeze-dried instead now. We are actually getting through our honey stockpile, and actually honey is one of the few things that I can eat on my restricted diet. That I like the idea of the freeze-dried better because I can measure out my teaspoon of honey much easier than pouring it, and I usually get way more than a teaspoon. So I like that idea. I can guarantee you I am stocking up on this honey now since it's $5 cheaper for the same amount. That was a surprise to me.
And I will address this because I know Tora will say something. But I got this to try this last week. It was $5 for 4 of these. So not something I would buy on a regular basis because that's expensive, but I wanted to try it. So I did.
I'm actually okay with you buying something you just want to try now and then. Now, your grocery bill is really high. So I think you're doing this more than just once in a while, because I'm noticing that you're buying a lot of things like the Hershey syrup and the energy drinks and the SpaghettiOs. I'm okay with buying those things once in a while. But if you're spending $500 a month on groceries, I think you might be doing it more than once in a while.
I have a stock of brownie mixes and cake mixes and some chocolate chips. I got those these Hershey ones when they were on sale. All of these most of them came from Reese's last Christmas when they had all their baking stuff on sale. Shout out to Jill here on the stock up of chocolate that we have in case we're needing it for something, or just, I don't know, we just need chocolate that day. I get these at Aldi, and I really like these because they come in these little packages, so you can just have like one. So we kind of eat that sparingly. And then we have a few snacks in here. We're not a big snack family, I don't think, but maybe we are. Popcorn that my dad gave us that he couldn't have anymore. And then some like granola bars. These I actually got on a fluke deal for like 50 cents for this box. Otherwise I normally wouldn't buy that brand. It's just too expensive. And my nephews will sometimes have that when they come over. And then this is kind of our dry good stuff, or some of it. Here's the brown gravy and taco seasoning, ranch. Use this for a lot of different stuff. Just keep a stock up of that.
Okay, once again, Dining on a Dime cookbook. We have your ranch dressing, we have your gravy, and we have your taco seasoning. Stop wasting money on the packets. Stop it. If you use 3 packets a week, that's $150 a year just on packets for your sauces and your dressings. Stop it. Make them homemade for literally 10 cents. And you will save a whole lot of money.
These just to kind of have on hand in case we're in a hurry, and that's better than doing some other things.
Okay, I have a big problem with the tuna packets, and let me tell you why. Don't buy tuna in the packets. I made the mistake of trying it when, I don't know, it was a couple of years ago, and it was not past the expiration date, and it had broke open, and when I went to go use it, I thought I was gonna pass out from the stench. Seals on those packages do not even come close to lasting near as long as the cans. So I would not waste money on the packets. I would only buy the cans just for freshness alone. Believe me, your nose will thank you.
Last part of our back stock. These are also the dry goods of rice. We have instant rice. Tara said, gotta have instant rice on hand if there's a real emergency and you can't cook for a long period of time. That's a great thing to have. So my friend got me Those big boxes, they are 48 ounces for $5, I think. And then we have some potatoes and some of our rice there. And then down here we have pasta. I do lots of different kinds of pasta, some spaghetti, some elbow, egg, bow tie, linguine. So we have pasta at least once a week, sometimes twice. So I stock up on the pasta when it's on sale. If I get it like at a main store, or if I get it at Aldi, I just pay regular price. I have gotten it on sale at Aldi before if they have changed, if it's like a seasonal type of pasta or something. And I do like theirs too. And then we have stock up of sauces, and I have a variety of different ones because either I'm trying different ones or it happens to be what's on sale or what I feel like buying that week. So sometimes I'm like, no, I'm not gonna pay more than $1 for pasta sauce, and sometimes we'll decide to pay maybe like $1.75. So it just depends. And then down here we have ramen noodles. My daughter makes ramen noodles for herself, so I have those on hand. I love to have these with like a snack with cheese or something like that. And I usually try to get them when they're like 2 for $5 or 2 for $6.
Okay, so these are $3.49, but you can get the off-brand store brand for $2.49. Yeah, it's on sale, but it's still not the best deal.
So I came across some spaghetti that's on sale for $1.18 for 32 ounces. So 2 pounds. It's pretty good. So I'm probably gonna get a few of those since they're clearanced out. Save some money. So probably get 3. I got some spaghetti at home, so I don't want to get too much. Since I'm trying not to overstock. So let's see, $3.60 added to my total so far.
Okay, $1.19 for 2 pounds of spaghetti is an excellent price. I have not seen 60 cents a pound for pasta. I mean, it's been years, probably 15 years. So you got an excellent deal on that.
And they also have their macaroni and cheese on sale with a digital coupon. And my daughter likes to make that. And we really like Kraft brand. So $3.50 for 5 of them. So I'm gonna go ahead and get 3 of these. There's a limit of 5, but I'm not gonna get that many. That'll last us for quite a while until they probably have like another sale or something. So they're on sale a little bit, but not a whole lot, so I'll just get 1 box. And so once or twice a month, this store will do, if you're a part of the rewards program, they'll do $20 coupon if you purchase $100 worth of stuff. So I'm at like $73 right now, so I need to spend $17 to get that $20 off. So, you know, I don't want to waste the opportunity to get, you know, $20 worth of free food. So I still want to keep it on stuff that's like on sale though, so that I get the most bang for my buck and stuff that we eat. So I'll look around just a little bit more and see what I can spend that on.
Okay, I think that's great that you're using the opportunity to take the store's incentives and purchasing the items on sale, except that you're buying a lot of name brand foods. I noticed the Kraft macaroni and cheese, that is significantly more expensive usually than the store brand. Now, maybe you're getting it for a good deal, and if you are, that's okay, but just make sure on your prices that the store brand isn't cheaper than buying the name brand on sale.
Okay, so I'm going to update you on what I've put in the cart so far. It's really busy here today, and I don't want to play the crazy lady talking to herself. So they had this KC strip steak on sale, buy one, get one free. So for 2 of them, I'm getting it for $10, which isn't like super great, but for like a special kind of dinner that is not the usual, that's nice to have.
Okay, So she paid $6 a pound for the steak. That's not horrid, but she can probably get it for $4.50 or $5. So while that's not horrid, that's not a great deal either. And so if you're having it for a special dinner, what are special dinners? Birthdays and anniversaries. That's the only special dinners. Well, maybe Christmas, Easter, and Thanksgiving, I guess. But special dinners should not be more than one time a month. So if you're doing that one time a month, that's fine. If you include all the birthdays and holidays, so that would be 6. So for you guys, that would be like every 2 months. Make sure your special meal isn't once a week, because that's where your costs are adding up.
And then they have chicken breast. It's also buy one, get one free. And I'm getting 4 pounds for the $11.70, so it's like $2.90 a pound. Prefer to do $2 a pound or less.
Okay, so she got chicken and it was $2.90 a pound, and she bought it because it was buy one, get one free, but it wasn't a good deal. You can get chicken for $2 a pound all the time on sale. So that's really, I mean, it's okay. It's not awful, but it's really not a really good stinking deal to stock up your freezer. So just be aware that buy one, get one free, once again, is not necessarily a good deal.
And then they had this was a reduced for quick sale pork. This is $1.97 a pound. So I was able to get that for $5.20. And then they had this cheese on sale, plus they have a digital coupon. So for 1 pound of cheese, it ends up being $3. Normally at Aldi, I think I pay like $1.80 something for a half a pound. So that's a good deal. And this I got because we're going to do Whole30. And I know that I can probably make this cheaper than with Tara's recipe, but this oat milk was buy one, get one free. So I figure while it's on sale, I'll get this just to start us off. And because it was on $5.29, buy one, get one free. So, you know, it makes it like $2.60 something or something like that. So it's not too bad. I'm sure, like I said, I can make it cheaper. All right, let me see what else we need to get.
I don't know what it is with you guys buying the oat milk. The last grocery audit had the same thing. You can make oat milk for 25 cents versus $2.60. That is a huge savings, and it is literally 30 seconds worth of work. Literally 30 seconds worth of work. I mean, okay, maybe 2 minutes worth of work, but it's one of the easiest things you can make. So I would stop wasting money on oat milk. It is one of the biggest wastes on a gluten-free, dairy-free diet.
Okay, so I'm gonna do my video of our deep freezer. When our smaller one went out a few years ago, we got this giant one, which I was hesitant, but now I love. So we have a stock of different porks and stuff over here, and then some meats under here. There's like some fish my husband caught, and then a thing of bacon I got on sale, and then underneath it's mostly butter. And one of these I probably have like 15 or ish pounds of butter in a thing like this underneath here. This is mostly, besides this chicken here, mostly deer and beef. And then this is usually pork and chicken is where I keep this. Here, these briskets, I was showing you the one in the store here in Oklahoma, how much that one was. I think it was $6 something a pound. This my uncle got in Texas at Kroger, and so he found it for $2 a pound and got us 2 of those and brought them up here because there's no way we would ever find brisket that cheap, so we just usually don't buy it because it's too expensive. Also, these are shrimp that he has also gotten for me. They're about $8 a pound, something like that, maybe a little bit cheaper, that he gets from a guy who gets them fresh from the Gulf. And we have a little ice cream stock here. My daughter's really the one who eats ice cream the most, and so I usually only get ice cream when it's on sale because it's pretty expensive. It's about $8 for a half gallon of ice cream of Bluebell, and so I usually buy it when it's like $4, maybe $4.50, but I don't usually pay more than $4.50 for a half gallon. So when it goes on sale, I usually get like 3 or 4, or depending on whatever the limit is. Sometimes limit might only be 2. And then that way we just kind of have some in here, and we try to make that last. Under this crate is another crate, and it's got bone-in ham that we got after Easter. I think we paid, I can't remember for sure, but I'll double check. I think we paid like $1 something a pound for it. I'll have to look. But that, and then we've got again some more fish and just different meats that I found on sale for like $2 less a pound if it's pork or chicken. If it's beef, then like I said, I try not to pay more than $4 a pound for beef, depending on what kind of cut it is, if it's just ground beef or whatever. This one is also like one of the roasts I got at the store. It was a quick sale, $4.87 a pound for beef roast. There's some venison, and then there's some ground beef that I probably got for about $2.50 to $3 a pound. That's some leftovers I froze. Chicken, try to pay $2 or less a pound for chicken. So that's our deep freezer. Over here we have some veggies. I don't usually use a lot of frozen veggies, but I probably should now that I watched one of the videos more recently. And then these, when we go to Texas, I like to stock up on H-E-B's fresh tortillas. They're probably like $3 a package, but they're oh so good. So these are blueberries I got on sale, and we didn't eat them all right away, so I just froze those. I got those about $1 a pound. So there you go.
Okay, so after watching this, I would say that you actually have the concept down, but you are just buying a lot of treats and easy things like the oat milk, the macaroni and cheese you could get for 50 cents a box for the store brand when it's on sale instead of 70 cents a box. Your meat, you're actually doing pretty well. I don't know why you were buying fresh meat when you already had so much meat on sale. I think it's because you didn't have it defrosted, maybe. A lot of people do that. So here's my suggestions for you. First of all, you are wondering if you are overstocked. I would say you are not overstocked, but what I would do is stop adding to your stockpile and just replacing what you use, okay? So don't add more stuff when you find a good deal, unless it's just a really stinking good deal or free. But don't add more to your stockpile. Just as you use the spaghetti, then replace the spaghetti. As you use the tomato sauce, replace the tomato sauce. So what you're doing is you're cooking from your pantry, which is stockpiled. I didn't realize people were totally confused on that. You don't have a separate stockpile and a separate pantry. You are stockpiling your pantry, and you're cooking from your pantry, and you're just restocking your pantry and just using it like a grocery store, like your own personal grocery store. But what you do is you buy the food on sale, so then later you're not having to pay full price when you run out, okay? First, I think your stockpile is fine. I don't think you're overstocked, but I wouldn't continue to add to the stock. Next, planning. Okay, here's the rule that Mom did that I don't always follow, but if you can get yourself in this habit, that's what I would do. Make sure the night before, after dinner, you take out, as part of your dinner routine, you take out the meat that you are going to use for the next night's dinner so that it is defrosting overnight. If you forget to take it out that night and you're a stay-at-home mom, you can take it out in the morning, let it sit on the counter for 3, 4, 5 hours, defrosting, and then you can put it in the fridge if you're not ready yet to use it by the time dinner, you know, around noon or so. If it's still a frozen block, don't put it in the fridge. But if it's starting to defrost and it's getting softer so it's not frozen anymore, then go ahead and put it in the fridge. That's the first tip. The next tip is make a list of your 10 favorite meals for fall and winter and your 10 favorite meals for spring and summer. Then keep those items that you need to make those meals in stock in your pantry all the time. Then let's say you say, oh, I think I want spaghetti tonight. Oh, we don't have any pasta sauce. We're not making spaghetti then. We go on to something else on the list that we do have all the ingredients for. So if you can plan the night before what you're going to have the next day, that will help you get a jump on your food. And I think your biggest problem is that you just need to make it a habit of what you're going to eat next day, of making sure that's planned the day before so that you're not struggling. Because I'm sorry, $800 a month for 3 people is a ridiculously high grocery bill. It really is, especially since you are so good at stockpiling and getting good deals. Your grocery bill really should be around $250, $300 a month, about $300 a month, and no eating out. So I think your biggest problem is to just get in the habit of the night before, making sure you pull out your meat to defrost the next day. Now, another tip is to pre-cook your meat. So like that brisket that you got from Texas, cook that whole thing and then just break it up into little packets into the freezer, and then you can easily pull out a packet of pre-cooked meat, defrost it in the microwave. I run hot water over it to get it out of the package, and then I put it in the microwave to defrost it the rest of the way. And then if I'm not having to cook my meat, that saves a lot of time in cooking dinner. So that's the other thing that I would do. Okay, as we were editing this video, I realized I was tired and I missed a couple of things. So let me just say, first of all, you're buying a lot of special treats and items like, we like this brand of tortillas, so we have to have this brand of tortillas. I like this brand of crackers, so I have to have this brand of crackers. And so this is where your grocery budget is really adding up, is it's always a special thing, and you're justifying all of these little purchases, which on their own, I'm totally fine buying a special thing now and then. But you have a lot of them. Also, I noticed, like, you'll say, I got these Triscuits for $3.49, but normally I do 2 for $5. Okay, then why are you buying them for $3.49? So I wouldn't even buy them if they were $3.49. So I think what you need to do is start calculating better on your stocking up prices so that it lasts you through all the sales. Because almost everything in your cart, you told me you could get it for a better price normally. The chicken, buy one, get one free, I think is what you said on that. Well, you said normally I pay $2.90. I can't remember your exact price, but you paid more than that buying it, buy one, get one free. So I noticed that you're just not really sticking with your rock bottom prices and only buying it when it's rock bottom. If chicken's not on sale for my rock bottom price, we eat pork. I will not buy it. And then the last thing that I noticed was your hunting. Now, I know a lot of guys use hunting as an excuse. They're bringing in the food, and so they're spending thousands of dollars on hunting where it's not really a bargain for your grocery bill. So just keep that in mind. Make sure it's actually a good deal. It's fine if it's his hobby, but don't say you're saving money on it when you can actually probably get meat for cheaper getting it on sale at the grocery store than having to pay for all the camping fees and all the driving fees and licenses and ammo and guns and all that kind of thing. So in the end, it actually costs more money to hunt than it would be just to buy it at the grocery store. So I just wanted to clarify that. I think it's all the exceptions that you kept mentioning over and over again that are making your grocery bill go up. Okay, I also wanted to point out, you're spending $300 a month eating out. Why are you eating out so much when you have $500 for your grocery bill for 3 people and you're spending $300 eating out? I don't know why. I think maybe it's just because you don't have your meat thawed out the night before or the morning of. So get that meat thawed out the night before or the morning of, and I think that will cut your eating out way down. $800 for 3 people for food a month is really super expensive. Thank you so much for letting us do your grocery audit, and be sure to check out our Black Friday sale up to 50% off right now in the description below. Please go watch this video next.